Hey YouTube, it's the last weekend in July 2019 and I've reached 10 hours on the tractor here, and it's time for some maintenance, just some very simple maintenance. So I'm going to get started here and just go over, show you what I'm really looking at here. So stay tuned. Okay, the first part is going to be the front end loader. It's got 6 different points. I got the lock and lube, which is really high quality, and I like it a lot. So it makes it pretty easy. So let's go ahead and just do this side, and then I'll do the other side as well. This is the kind of grease I'm using just for the ZERK fittings. I got this from Messick's tractor out of Pennsylvania. Okay, the next part, I did a lot of rotary cutting just recently, so I got a lot of dust and everything. And so I want to get this PTO kind of cleaned off a little bit. See, I'm getting it. I greased this before, but I need to put some grease on it again. So I'm just going to use some wheel bearing grease for the PTO, and then I'll slip this over top of it for protection. Okay, I have one ZERK fitting on the 3-point hitch arm that's adjustable. I'm going to just hit that with some grease. So I'm not going to go more than 6 pumps on that. So we have 2 ZERKs right here. We have the emergency brake. I'm underneath the tractor and try to steady this camera, and that's the emergency brake. And then we have the other one over there. Let's see if I can get it right there. That is the mid PTO. So I'll hit both of these and we'll be good to go. For some reason, these ZERK fittings under here were just pristinely clean, so I didn't have to wipe them off beforehand. 2 pumps on that one. Remember, this is only a 10-hour maintenance. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and lift the hood. First thing I do is pull this pin and move that forward. There's a little ring here, and I kind of guide it up. You can see that there's got a lot of chaff in there. Looks like I need to put up the bucket for this action. So stand by. Okay, it's important. I'm not going to be working under this. So it's not too bad. I do not have a blower, except for my lips. But it's not, the screen's pretty clean. Okay, another thing I'm checking is the coolant level. It's full, low. That's just as long as it's in between, it's perfectly midway. Battery terminals look good. Tractor Mike says to put some of that grease on the battery terminals, so I think I'll go ahead and do that just so the crud doesn't, you know, accumulate. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, to check the oil, there's a side panel there and some bolts that I need to remove in order to get to the dipstick. So I'll do that next. Okay, side panel removed. Okay, here's the old dipstick right here. This right here. That's the fuel filter. It looks good. There's no separation of fluids, so that's good. There's no sedimentation. Let's go ahead and pull out the dipstick. Put it back in for measurement. Okay, looks good. Okay, now I'll put the side panel back on. There's a little on the bottom here that fits into a pin. Went on easier than it came off, that's for sure. Okay, this takes a metric wheel nut. I'm using my Tecton torque wrench. This only goes up to 150 foot-pounds. So the front wheels are supposed to be at 100 foot-pounds. The back wheels or nuts are supposed to be at 160 foot-pounds. This only goes to 150, so I'll just have to do it on the 150. So let me go ahead and get these. Okay, there was a little bit of tightening, so it did the job. I'm going to go ahead around to the rest of them and do those wheels. Okay, the front wheels took the 22 metric. Back wheels take the 24 metric with an extension. I gotta set it. Sorry about that. The highest I can go is 150. It's supposed to be 160. So I set it the highest I could make it. So it did move a bit. That's good. It's important that I don't put my hand anywhere down here. You're supposed to have your hand here for it to correctly torque. Now I'll just go around, make sure I got every one of them. Okay, so I'm going to go around to the other side and do that. Alright, all done with torquing, so it's important to set it back to 0. So it stays within calibration, and then lock it. Alright, I'll put these away, and then I think I'll go on to the brush hog next. Okay, one thing I forgot was the evacuator valve. Make sure that that's not blocked with dust. So that's it right there. It's clear. Okay. Alright, the only other thing I checked, which looks good, is the right down here is the hydrostatic fluid level. It looks good, so we're good to go there. So I think we're good to go with the tractor. 10-hour maintenance, and I need to do some land planing on the driveway just to clear it out a little bit. There's too much grass growing between the gravel and so forth. Just cosmetic, but you know, it'll look better. So stay tuned. Okay, here I am at the LandPride grater, or I'm sorry, the LandPride Rotary Cutter RCR 1260, and I'm gonna just do some quick maintenance, 8-hour maintenance. And basically, I have a light here because it's kind of hard to see, but we have a ZERK fitting right there for grease. We have this one right here. We have another one right here. That's the shield, plastic shield. And then there's another one. You have to take off this cover right here, the plastic cover. You have to basically detach it, move it out of the way, and then in there is another ZERK fitting. So there's 4 of them, and then of course, you know, we have the plug to check. I don't have a tool to get that gearbox plug out. The vented plug I was able to get off, but I do need to get a tool to get that out. It looks like it's a Allen wrench or something. I don't have a big enough one, so I do need to check the gearbox oil. But I'll go ahead and grease these up, and then I'll be done. Okay, now I'm going to be checking the gearbox oil. I got to use a 5/16 Allen wrench, and this is the fill hole, and this is the oil plug. I'll fill it with oil until I see oil coming out here. I actually had to buy this. I didn't have a 5/16 wrench. I'm using gear oil. I got this from Walmart, 80W90. There it goes. I'm pretty surprised how much it took. About half the bottle left. That was basically after it was purchased. You know, I haven't put in any gear oil at all since it was purchased. So that's just really interesting that it took a half a bottle of this. So I'm glad I checked it.